Jade Capital Partners midweek report. Hi there, my name is Rob Clayton. Well, beginning with the gold, the report I put out on Monday asked the question, is it time to reevaluate gold? Well, currently we haven't broke beneath that 1328 level, and instead we've seen good demand continue, and then from last night's price action stabbed up towards that 56-58 region and failed. I believe that the attempts back in early August up towards that 67 level, 68, fell away, holds above 28, and now finding supply has actually dropped down from 68 to 56. So in the short term, we locked in a 1328 to 1358 range. However, given from the 4 hourly and as well as the dailies, and looking how we've seen over the last 4 days the market's traded, is the fact that further risk does hold towards that 1328 level. Now, going through there, the reason why I say we reevaluate gold is the fact that we will look back towards this 1300 region, which you can see over the last couple of months was the pinnacle of the top side holding, and now seen as a pivotal point. If we break beneath that 1300 level, the risk is that gold will actually drop away to a potential target of around about 1200. So it's a big drop if we go through that level. So the levels to watch for now in the next sort of coming days is 1328 to 1358 as a cap. A break to the downside looks towards that 1300, and a break there will actually see another $100 fall. And you can see here with the indicators, it's clearly set up for a challenge to the downside. Well, the Australian dollar, as you can see here, is stabbed 3 times at this level of 77.50, 55. And you can see that the rejection from there is the market has now gone negative from the third failed attempt. With support now seen as 76.55, still looks towards the report view of 75.90, 95. Now a breakthrough there would expose further weakness and look down towards an objective of 74 cents. Like the gold, if it's failing, and in terms of the Aussie, if it weakness continues and these indicators are true, then I expect to see 75.95 break and look towards 74 cents. In the short term, fresh advances above 77 up to 50 should continue to see heavy supply. The euro story, well, it broke above 112.30 last night, gave a brief look over 13 or over the resistance of 12.90 and then drops away. I feel the market got caught short. This is just a squeeze up and now looking for a play to the downside, with support now coming in around 112.45. Looks to the key level, which I'm holding now, of 11.65. If we go through that level of 11.65, then that should reinitiate the downside or reinstate the target of 109.50 as an objective, which I've been calling now for a few weeks. And why we keep getting these failed upside tops, you can see from the Brexit, we had one attempt, retested it, fell away, broke above it, fell away again, and broke above it again, and now looks like it's coming back. No confirmation on this move up, so it does suggest that the view I'm looking for is towards 111.65 and then lower down to 109.50, and selling into strength above 1.1300. Well, dollar yen continues to foul on any rally, and although saying that, demand has come back in, and now testing this resistance around the 101.15 area. In terms of where this market can go is if it breaks above a sustained break above 101.15, then that would give further scope to the upside and possibly look towards an objective around 101.75.85, which you can see here was where these tops and the last failed breakdown. In light of how this pattern holds and the brief stab under 100, could have seen the BOJ around there, but no evidence to support that. However, the rejection from that 100 level has put this bullish case back in play if we break above 101.15. In the meantime, if this level holds, then we should see further tests towards those recent lows. Well, the sterling, my objective for this week was 128.45 to 127.5. We got down close to that level of 128.67 before rallying back to the recent highs, or the old highs should I say. At the moment I'm looking for a retreat from 131.10 to 131.60 and then look for the move back to retest this downside, which is holding around 128 to 127.5. In light of the current price action, if it does get above 130.60, then I would say that we have to negate the downside and look at 134 on the dailies as the next objective. But this looks unlikely at this stage. Well, oil outside range day, and we've seen a further move to the upside over the last 3 days. With only a mild pullback today seen, the threat to the upside still looks now to the target of around about $48 a barrel and reassess from there. It would take a break under $45.60 to negate the upside and look back towards the lower region of 44.20 to about 43.5. But currently this pattern is strong and I can't back away the view of seeing the challenge of 48 at this current stage. Well, the S&P, no given real surprise that the market's actually weakening again, even though we keep seeing nudge higher and higher over the last few days. Still expect to see any advance over 21.90 to fail, and currently I'm looking for a pullback towards that 68 region and eventually lower. You can see here the market did briefly test that level around here. You can see the market challenged up, new high, dropped back, again challenges up, new high, drops back. So if we do get any recovery, 94 may probably be the high, 21.94. But as I say, if we get a breakthrough 68 through this low, then I'm looking back to see the challenge of the recent lows around 38.40, which is what I'm in favour to at the moment. And to wrap up with the SPY, well, the market, you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, numerous numbers of times over 55 is not sustained, and now looks like we could see a possible pullback. In terms of targets to the downside, I'm looking for a break of 54, around about 54.70, 75, to fall lower towards 54.20 with an objective of 53.70, which I outlined in the report. And while we continue to see failed topside attempts, then I am still expecting to see above 55 to fail. So do note that sell into strength and look for the pullback. So to wrap it up, I still expect to see the Australian dollar weaker and look for a break of 75.95 to reopen down to 74. The Euro's failed attempt above that 112.90 level now looks back towards that 111.65 and lower to 109.50. Dollar yen, well, that's a mixed story there. If we get a break above that 101.15 level, or a sustained break, then we could get another 80-point rally before turning back lower down towards that 100 region. Sterling back to the old highs, and I expect to see anywhere between 131.10 to 131.60 hold and look down towards the 128 to 127.5 region. And as well, gold, I expect to see any attempts up towards that 13.56 to 58 to foul, with the risk now of seeing that 13.28 level go. And if it does, then we look to that bullish fortress, as I said before, which is around that level of 13.00. And oil, look up towards that $48.25 objective, and eventually see the weakness slowly creep back in. Well, thank you very much for listening. I hope you're enjoying your week, and look out for my report that comes out this coming Monday.